man. Warriors. Alrighty. The week that was, the Warriors, God, they're gonna need some help, and they're gonna need some help soon. They did win the game against Utah, which we did say that Utah comes out fighting, and while the Warriors fought a little harder, Warriors come away with that win at 140 to 124. Man, the next game after that against Detroit, it's kind of a little closer than I thought it was going to be, but with Steph leaving so early, right deep, this game was runners, so they lost 131 to 124 to Detroit. Speaking of the family, Seth is still out with a sciatica issue. His last game was December 4th. It sounds like he's been reevaluated, that he's going in the positive trend. They're going to reevaluate in 2 weeks, from what I read as well too. So who knows what this team's going to look like in 2 weeks? You know what I mean? So there's been multiple reports, that obviously the Warriors are one of the front runners to try and win the sweepstakes for Giannis, but so are the Heat and so are the Wolves, and each teams are kind of producing their own mega package to land Giannis. So before we got into the show, I was reading some report that there's some people that in Giannis's court, now again, it's not proven that Giannis said this, so take this as a grain of salt, that he may be a little weary of joining an older team and doesn't want to be compared to a Kevin Durant, as to which I say, you didn't join a team that lost only 10 games the previous season, and also you're already an NBA championship, unlike how Kevin Durant was when he joined the team. So that's not an issue for me. I think that that's all kibosh stuff, and I wouldn't even worry about it if I were you guys. But I would love to see Giannis don the blue and gold here with us, and I think that him and Curry would be a dynamic duo. And we've said what we said about Draymond, and I hate to say it, thank you for the championships, thank you for the wins, thank you for everything you brought to this team, mentally, defensively, but I think Father Time is undefeated, man, and I think while Draymond probably has a lot of motivational in his chest to be able to spark players, I just think his body just can't do it like it used to, and say what you want. I mean, Steve Kerr has relied on him to be the center, and he's done one hell of a job, against players that are twice the size by height, by weight, by sheer measurements, and he stood tall against every single one of them. So if this is the last time that we see Draymond, just know that, like, as Warriors fans, we appreciate everything you've done. It's not going to be a bittersweet moment. I think it's going to be a sweet moment that Draymond gets to, finish out his career with other teams. He can go explore and go play with Detroit if he wants in the offseason. So I'm kind of writing that he's going to be probably in a trade package if the Giannis thing comes to fruition. And if not, happy to keep you around here for as long as we can, Draymond. Just know that, we appreciate what you've done. Take a seat on the bench if you want to, and motivate the young guys in the future here.
Yeah, I think the Warriors just have to make a move, because you're trying to change it up this year, and it sucks losing Jimmy Butler because it seems like they were getting right in stride. But they also need to put a period on this Kuminga situation, and I think just a few days ago, I think it was Friday night, Draymond getting really frustrated with the referee. I just think it's starting to just wear thin. There's the whole thing, it's just starting to wear pretty thin. I think all of us have defended Draymond because he was our guy. He's a Hall of Fame basketball player, but I think, this team needs to change. It needs to evolve, because this current version with Kuminga and Pods and Moody just doesn't. None of those guys seem like they're really good dudes and good players, but none of them seem like they're going to be guys that get you over the top or become a legit starter in this league. So to get something back, you're going to have to give up something. So you're giving up draft picks, you're giving up Draymond, you're giving up Pods and Moody, but you're getting Giannis back. And I think if it does happen, you're looking at next year of like, okay, we could put Curry with Giannis and Jimmy Butler's coming back, and then we piecemeal this thing, and hopefully these guys can drag a team over the finish line and be competitive.
Right,
So
yeah, that's the hope, right? Is with and even playing for this year, all of a sudden, if you're able to piecemeal it together with Giannis this year, all of a sudden it's not entirely lost. All of a sudden, out of nowhere,
the rumor that I read is also you're also getting Kuzma back.
Yeah, exactly.
You're also getting him in a part of the trade back
to make the money equal
right
all around, because you're so far up against that apron that you have to, the money has to be equal.
Right.
So or within, like, I think within $1 million or something like that, it has to be like really close to equal. Just to make the money equal, you have to get Kuzma thrown in, and get a third team involved as well. Was I think the discussion, the trade discussion, the most recent one that we saw with Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, Brooklyn was the third piece because that's where Kuzma's at currently. But
right, so,
I mean, look, it's all speculations at this point.
Yeah,
nothing's set in stone. There's still hashing out everything,
right. And this is probably going to. I mean, the trade deadline is this Thursday, so and they're gonna probably take this down until Thursday. Maybe this breaks Wednesday overnight or something, or maybe it goes down Wednesday afternoon at the earliest. I don't expect breaking news to happen while we're talking right now in the next 5 minutes. This is something I expect to, go down to the last second. And Milwaukee's not in any rush to make this deal either.
Yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say too, is that there's also a scenario where Giannis doesn't get traded and then the talks continue in the offseason,
Yeah.
So
Milwaukee is sitting 12th right now. So they're not going to make the playoffs. They're where are they at? Not only are they 12th, they're just to get to the play-in, they're 4 games back of that. And they've lost their last 5 games, and they're cooked. Like, the season is done. So, and I think they are going to trade him. It's just a question of when and what's the value you can get. Do they think they can get more now, or do they think they can get more in the offseason? And that's really the question. And I think right now they got a nice little bidding war happening right now, but what does the bidding war look like in the offseason? What would that look like, I guess, is the question they're asking themselves right now. So we'll see. And is the package that the Warriors offering, is that going to be the best one that they think, at least? So, and I hope it is, because I'd like to see a superstar in the Bay after this time expires, with Steph Curry. I don't, as much as we say, it's probably going to be time to tear it down or whatever, I get a little greedy, I get a little selfish. I don't want it to end, but if it does end, if he ends up going somewhere else, to the Wolves or whoever, then obviously it does become tear it down time. And I get that, and I appreciate that, and all the things that come with that. So be it, fine, whatever. But if it doesn't have to be time, let's not make it time. Let's see. If we can get them, fuck them picks, man. Whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's there we go. So games coming up this week, though. You're hosting Philly on Tuesday. There's no Paul George. He has that 25-game suspension for violating the league's drug use policy. Whoopsies. Then you're at Phoenix on Thursday, and you're at the Lakers on Saturday. Those 2 games might be nice to have a really tall big on your team. Just saying. Could be nice.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I forgot that what's his name was on Phoenix. Oh my gosh. The one that him and LeBron always feud all the time now. What's his name? Not Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain also has been going crazy. People are thinking he's on steroids, by the way. I don't know if you've seen some of his highlights. He looks like he's playing the wrong sport.
I saw a video of like a roid rage like super edit of all his anger.
Yeah. Dylan Brooks, that's the name I'm thinking of. He's
Dylan Brooks, yeah.
Yeah, fun times. But Dylan Brooks was actually doing some podcasts where he said that he thinks that Giannis is going to the Warriors in his opinion. So it sounds like, I don't know. I mean, somebody who's around the league more closer than we are, I know it's Dylan Brooks, but I think there's a little bit of smoke to be had there. Not necessarily fire, but there's something there. Just, read between the lines, I guess.